Hi, I'm Lonnie. I work at the New Children's Museum, and this is our Innovators Lab. We partner with artists, scientists, engineers, and other professionals to create projects just for you. You can experiment with materials, use real tools, and exercise your creativity through design challenges. Are you ready for a challenge? Up next is a project called Together in Color by artist Regan Russell. Regan will be showing you how to use the tools and materials in your Innovators Lab toolkit. But first, let's learn more about Regan and the kind of artwork he makes in his studio.
Hello, my name is Regan Russell, and I'm a San Diego-based artist, and I'd like to share with you some of the work that I make. Now I'd like to share with you my studio space. Which is just a room in my house that I've dedicated to making art and doing creative things in. So a lot of what I do is done here. I'm working with the New Children's Museum on a project for their Innovators Lab, which deals with art and science. For part of that project, I designed a large transparent mural that I've entitled Energized, that will be displayed in the museum's windows. In general, that project is about discovering color and light. So we're going to see what happens when the sun and the light kind of cast through that mural and is projected onto everything. I've also come up with an art project based on the mural, which I'd like to share with you today, so that we can practice at home using color and light. The project is called Together in Color, fittingly, and here are some examples that I've made beforehand. All right, let's get started. Okay, so before we begin, we'll lay out all our supplies and then do a quick tool check. So you should have colorful tape strips, sticker dots, scissors, pencil, crayon, a ruler, these cool shape templates, white paper, or any color paper for that matter, and then a plastic sheet. If you have all these items, then we are good to go. Okay, to get started on the project, it's helpful to make a sketch at the beginning. You can do them small or large, or with pencil, or if you have colored pencils or markers, you can use colors to try to help you decide what you'd like to do. And this will help you think through your idea and help plan out your design before you start using all your main materials. So we have a piece of paper and I have a pencil here, and I've started to draw some little sketches here. Hopefully you can see that. And I also was playing around with some of these shapes and tracing these shapes to see how they would look. And from here, I'm going to actually sketch a larger image of what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to take some elements from all three of these designs and use them for what I think is going to be my final design. So you can use your template shapes to help you trace different shapes that you want to use in your design. And you can ask yourself questions like, do you want to create a landscape? Do you want to make a portrait of someone you know? Maybe if you have a pet, maybe you want to do a portrait of your pet. Maybe you want to do something more abstract. But for me, I think this is a good in between. So this is going to be what I'm going to use for my design in general. So this is going to help me when I start cutting out my shapes and everything for the main project. Okay, now that you have your drawing of your design, let's test the colored tape to see how the material works. So for this step, we're going to use your drawing or another sheet of paper, scissors, and the colored tape itself. So I'm going to just go ahead and use this sheet that I've been drawing on already. I've already started to cut a few shapes, but I'm going to cut a few more, and then I'm going to start to overlap some shapes and see what kind of different colors and just what kind of unique things I can do with this. To stick the tape on the paper, carefully peel away the adhesive back. This can be a little tricky, so if you need a hand, just let a grown-up know and they can help you out. So here I am, and I'm pulling this away here. So now I have my cool orange tape here. I'm just going to put this down to see what it looks like here. I have this green piece. I'm also going to cut here. See this little green translucent piece. I'll lay this over this orange. And another fun way to make some more perfect shapes or more specific shapes is you can try tracing with your geometric templates. So all these pieces that come with your kit. So I'm going to try that with this shape here. So I'm going to use a pencil, and that should show up enough on the tape for me to cut out. That's a pretty nice shape that I got from this plastic piece, this geometric pattern here. So this is nice. So this is where you can see how I overlapped my blue and my yellow piece, and I got this green, which is pretty much the same as this green color tape, but you can make it yourself using yellow and blue. I also like to mention, once you start making shapes and then you peel off the back, now you have a template if you wanted to repeat any of your shapes using the backing of the sticker itself. You can also try overlapping more than just 2 colors. You could try 3 or even 4 colors to see if that changes anything. And also, what I've learned from trying this project myself is that it's helpful to start with the lighter colors and then put the darker colors on top, because then you can kind of see where the color combinations are more obvious in that way. See how this dark red color basically covers the yellow, and it's hard to see. But once it's on a translucent piece, then you'll be able to see through it better. But start your designs with the lighter colors first, and then use your darker colors last. The kit also includes this nice set of sticker dots, and you can experiment with these as well. So you can try putting down different colors of these and then covering them with your colored tape and seeing what kind of new colors you can get from those as well. So once you're done with your test, you can see what kind of color combinations that you like, and you can keep experimenting with these materials and finish your test design on a separate piece of paper, or you can just do something like I did here, which is just kind of lay down colors and things and just see how they interact with one another. Another helpful hint is that you can keep all of the excess pieces that you've cut your shapes out of, because those can be used for other parts of your project or a new project even. So keep your scraps. Okay, now you're probably done experimenting, and now you're ready to move on to the final phase of the project. So we can make another design on this plastic sheet that's included with your kit. So first, we'll peel away the protective film. It's on both sides. So this plastic sheet is very cool because it's going to look almost like stained glass when we put our colorful tape on there, even some of those sticker dots, and then we can hold it up to light or a window, and you're going to see all the light come through it, and it's going to look very cool. Okay, so before you start adding tape to the plastic, this plastic piece here, an optional step is for you to use the crayon to draw on the back of the plastic as a guide, so you can reference your original sketch, and then on the back of the plastic sheet, or whatever you're going to consider the back of the plastic sheet, you can use the crayon to sketch out your original sketch. The crayon wipes away easily, and if you so chose, you can draw the reverse image of your sketch. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do that now based on this sketch here a little bit. Okay, now that you have your sketch drawn in crayon, now it's time to get started on cutting out that tape and getting all those cool colors on there. Like I said before, it's easiest to start with the lightest colors and then work to the darkest. And also, I like to work on the biggest areas of color first and then work on the more detailed spots. So that's how I do it, and you're welcome to do it that way as well. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, now here I've laid out and put on my tape for the largest areas of my piece. So from here I can work on some more of the detailed areas. So what I have going on here is I have like a sun, and I have this sort of rainbow piece coming, and then I have this little lake or water, shoreline here, and then this piece will have a cast shadow. So those are my details. So that's what I'm going to work on now, and work on overlapping colors and things. Okay, so here is my finished artwork. Let me glare out of there. When you're finished with yours, you can try holding it up to light and see how the colors blend. And also display it on a window and see how the sunlight comes through and makes reflections of color in the space throughout the whole day, which is very cool to see. I hope you've had fun doing this project. Please tag the New Children's Museum if you'd like to share your artwork, and if you'd like to see any more of my work, you can check out my website or my Instagram. And besides that, I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Thanks. Peace.
Thank you, Regan, for sharing with us your artwork, your studio, and for teaching us how to be together in color. I hope you all enjoyed the project. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see you next time.